This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the Queenstown Airport Corporation's proposal of developing Wanaka Airport is under fire from some locals. The Rudolf Steiner School in Dunedin is continuing to grow, having raised $300,000 toward a new project. And a new fire station in Southland has been built to withstand a magnitude 8 earthquake. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Sophie Morris. The Queenstown Airport Corporation's proposal of developing Wanaka Airport into a second destination for direct jet flights is under fire from some locals. A Wanaka-based Boeing 737 captain says the corporation is ignoring the possibility of building a whole new airport elsewhere in central Otago.
The stall alarm indicating a perfect touchdown on what some believe would be a great location for a new central Otago airport. Sugarloaf Terrace, just to the north of Loburn near Cromwell, has been suggested as a possible site for a new airport, with land that could accommodate a runway considerably longer than the current one in Frankton. Long-term Wanaka resident and Boeing 737 captain Terry Hetherington says this could be a good choice for a new airport.
It's a large flat river terrace, much like Queenstown is and the other areas of central Otago, and it's also got a lot of length, so it's about probably 2,500 metres long.
However, he says there's an even better site near Terrace to add to his list of preferred locations for a new airport.
This would be number 2. I certainly think Maori Point Road would be my number 1 site from just looking at it geographically, and the room to develop, centrally located.
He concedes the Maori Point site would mean even further travel for Queenstown residents, but a location would suit many others in the region well.
It's going to be a little bit further for Queenstown folk to drive to Maori Point Road, but it's actually very centrally located for all of Wanaka, Cromwell and Alexandra people, so it's really the disadvantage will be for the Queenstown people, the upside will be for those of central Otago, which, let's face it, that's over 50% of the people coming into Queenstown Airport are bound for central Otago, including Wanaka.
And he points out that all the alternatives will see increased traffic along the twisting bends of the Kawerau Gorge.
With the development of Wanaka, you've got to deal with the Kawerau Gorge anyway, so it's the same roading issues, whether it be built in Terrace or in Loburn or in Wanaka, we've still got the same issue with the Kawerau Gorge.
The Queenstown Airport Corporation says it's ruled out all the alternatives to upgrading Wanaka Airport for reasons such as capital costs, roading and other infrastructure requirements, accessibility for customers and workers, and environmental impacts. In central Otago, for The South Today.
It was understood the pilot of an amphibious plane considered landing on Lake Wanaka when the plane's landing gear failed today. But instead the pilot chose to land at Wanaka Airport because of the presence of emergency services. The pilot circled the airport until fire and ambulance crews were in position. The pilot was the only person on board, and the plane landed without incident on the runway of Wanaka Airport about 12:05 this afternoon. The Rudolf Steiner School in the Dunedin suburb of Myer is continuing to grow, having raised $300,000 toward a new building project. Pupils have dug ceremonial holes for the development, but the school still needs more than $1 million to complete the build.
Digging the foundations while their schoolmates sing in support from behind the safety gates. Steiner School Executive Officer Claire Ridout says having the youngest and oldest people at the school dig the ceremonial first hole fits with the school's philosophy.
So it's a special kind of education which really looks to the developmental stages of the child and in which they learn through doing, and there's a very strong connection with the natural environment.
The Steiner School at Myer began the fundraising campaign in March and has already collected more than $300,000 towards building new classrooms for the expanding school.
When I first came to the school in 2006, we had 5 students in the primary school and 12 children in the kindergarten. and now we've got 60 students in the primary school from age 6 or 7 upwards, and about 40 children in the kindergarten.
The buildings are designed to be environmentally sustainable, incorporating aesthetically pleasing curves and a positive environment for young children and their families. Ridout says the school is planning to expand further when it's able to.
So we're currently waiting to be allowed to grow more, and hopefully in the end we'll have a school of over 100 students, primary school students.
With the school role growing, she says the style of learning they offer is becoming more popular.
Well, we see a growing demand for this kind of education. I think people are seeing the damage that can be caused by children being attached to devices and screens, and that's another clear difference to other styles of education, is we very much keep IT out of the classroom until the children are in high school.
The school is still needing to raise a further $1.2 million to complete the expansion project. In Dunedin, the South Today.
This last weekend, Dunedin's Star Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale raised nearly $86,000. At the same time in Oamaru, a similar second-hand book fair raised money for Rotary Club community projects. After braving the cold outside the historic Lone and Merck building, more than 100 people streamed inside for the start of Oamaru's Bookarama on Friday. With more than 35,000 books on sale for a gold coin, the weekend-long event has become an annual pilgrimage for many North Otago bookworms. Organisers say the books, puzzles, DVDs and other items had been collected over the last 10 weeks. Last year, around 3,000 people passed through the doors, raising almost $30,000 for various community projects. A new fire station in Southland has been built to withstand a magnitude 8 earthquake and is believed to be a New Zealand first. Thornbury Volunteer Fire Brigade was selected for the new prototype, which Fire and Emergency New Zealand say will eventually replace other stations around the country.
Halfway between Invercargill and Riverton, Thornbury is the site of the country's first new design of fire stations.
They needed a prototype station to be built somewhere, and they wanted it close to an airport, and Thornbury matched that, and I think because of all the building going on in Christchurch since the earthquake, that they wanted to get it out of the district a bit and build a new station.
Hall is pleased with the layout of the new design.
It's very well planned, organised, and just everything's where you want it, and it's just the shelter room, the kitchen, it's all very tidy and new, of course, and it flows quite well. Yeah.
And nowadays, volunteers' firefighting clothes are washed on site to avoid potential contamination by carcinogens picked up at fires.
All dirty stuff stays in the station because it's bad stuff, carcinogenic, and so now we wash them here, and there's all sorts of these. This is for washing the BA masks when you're using a breathing apparatus. So it's, we got 2 big water tanks there, and 30,000 litres each, so there are plenty of water.
The FENZ Communications Network supplies responders with a printout of their destination.
So when you get a call, that coughs out of there, you rip it off, jump in the fire engine, and
perfect.
Way you go.
It's expected the new fire station will serve the people of Thornbury for the next 50 years. In Southland, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. A Dunedin nightclub is being penalised after an intoxicated patron was found there during an inspection, and a new cinema is nearing completion in Christchurch.
Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, But in the winter, we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Autumn is here and it's too late to sow seed. But don't despair, Ready Lawn is the answer to all your garden woes. Call Ready Lawn today on 027 22 88 190.
Ricky here from Beds R Us Dunedin, your local sleep specialists. Come in and try our huge touchscreen sleep selector, taking the hard work out of choosing the right bed for you. See you here.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent. And where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Well, mate, I'm thinking about getting a new ute.
Welcome back. A Dunedin nightclub is being forced to shut its doors for 48 hours this weekend. Catacombs nightclub in the Octagon will miss out trading for 2 nights after police found an intoxicated patron on site during a compliance check in February. Owner Shang Shi also had his manager's certificate suspended for 28 days. Dunedin Police say the duty manager agreed with the police assessment and accepts the patron had been allowed to become intoxicated. Mr. Shi did not dispute the assessment and agreed to a suspension of the on-licence and manager's certificate. Christchurch's newest cinema is nearing completion in the city's refurbished art centre. The brainchild of Nick Paris and Max Hoffman, Lumiere Cinema is planning to screen film festival movies 365 days of the year.
Cinema's a lifelong ambition. You know, once it's hooked into your veins, it's always there. I'm really happy for you to have the first peek, so come on through.
Exclusive peek.
This is the 46-seat Bardo Cinema. It's in its raw state at the moment, but this time next week it won't be. It'll be full of beautiful carpet.
We love films that are not just commercial.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of movies out there that are such great quality. They don't have the same reach as the mass, you know, Hollywood
and they
films.
miss Christchurch largely.
If anybody in Christchurch makes a film or anything, a short film or whatever, people here just don't have the access to a venue like this. And we want to provide that.
So we have two cinemas. Cinema 1, Cinema 2 ain't going to cut it, are they? They're not going to cut it.
So we've got the Bernhard, which is the great Sarah Bernhard. And
Brigitte Bardot
right.
is another cinema we've named after, well, obviously the iconic Bardot.
We told the Art Center, look, we know we have to be commercial. We know we have to, run a business, but our aim is to bring in cultural films here.
The cinemas in the history of the Arts Centre have been integral. So we used to have the Academy cinemas here, which were hugely popular. And it's that element that we wanted to reintroduce. We've built it into what's called the West Lecture Building. It was a lecture theatre. So when you look up at the outside of these buildings, you sometimes see that there are stepped windows where lecture theatres were. What we've, I think, done is achieve a balance of honouring the past and the historic fabric while adapting the buildings for contemporary use.
We wanted it to look like when you walked in here that it has been here forever. So that's what we're hoping to achieve.
This is the entrance to the Bernhard Cinema and our lovely Bijou Bar.
This is not just a bar, it's a cocktail bar. And we have our 10 signature cocktails that we're starting off with that are each named after
old cinemas.
The old cinemas in the square.
Yep.
Right?
Crystal Palace, Majestic, the Avon, the Savoy, the Regent. We're in the game of gluing people to their seats in an environment now in home cinema where you're not so glued, because you've got the phone ringing, you've got the kids blabbering, and this is what I want to preserve, is the whole communal aspect and discipline of watching a film in a seat for 2 hours. We're going to be a 365-day-a-year film festival. I'm looking to reinvent and to reintroduce the love of foreign cinema.
It's very much nearing the end of the fit-out, so we'll be open in June 2019, which is almost now.
We're going to be opening for a soft launch, so we can get all our processes and ducks in a row prior to a shebang a few weeks later.
I'm looking forward to seeing the extraordinary eclectic selection of films that Nick's planning to show in there.
It's about sharing the love.
After the break on the South Today, we catch up with the Southern Kiwi triathlete who just won the Cairns Ironman, and we take a look at tomorrow's weather.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent. And where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Bowel cancer is the second highest cause of cancer death in New Zealand.
And New Zealand's got a higher rate of bowel cancer than many other Western countries.
Because it's one of those areas of the body that we don't talk about often enough.
It is one of those silent killers almost, that if it strikes and if you develop symptoms, sometimes it's too late.
So it's a major issue.
Welcome back. Ironman Braden Currie is not resting on his laurels and now plans to compete at the World Ironman Championships. Currie recently won a title at Cairns and won't be returning home to Wanaka until after the Kona race in Hawaii in late October.
To the victor go the spoils.
Braden Currie, you are the champion!
With a time of 8 hours, 4 minutes and 19 seconds, Wanaka-based athlete Braden Currie took out the Cairns Ironman at the weekend on Australia's Gold Coast. He's thankful to the support of family and friends.
Awesome to see all the Kiwis out there supporting me on course over here, and great to go back to back. So yeah, cheers to all the sport back home, and yeah, let's go to the Big Island.
His time saw him 20 minutes clear of second place getter, Australian Tim Van Berkel. Currie's major focus is the World Ironman event in Hawaii later this year, but he's heading to the Northern Hemisphere for an Ironman in Germany next month. He's pretty circumspect about his emphatic win.
I was thinking when I was out there on the ride today, I've got incredible kids, incredible wife and parents and everything that support me, and incredible friends. I was thinking of a few good mates out there that would just be so proud of me laying it down and smashing it. They'd have big smiles on their face and be stoked for me.
Currie was in the lead after the first swim leg and was never caught. He says it was one of those days where it all came together.
Yeah, I had a good day, had a great race out.
The win qualifies him for the World Championship race in Hawaii in October, where he finished 5th last year and is aiming to go better this time around. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. The Queenstown Airport Corporation's proposal of developing Wanaka Airport into a second destination for direct jet flights is under fire from some locals. The Rudolf Steiner School in the Dunedin suburb of Maya is continuing to grow, having raised $300,000 toward a new building project. And a new fire station in Southland has been built to withstand a magnitude 8 earthquake and is believed to be a New Zealand first. And time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Philip.
Yes, hi Sophie. Here's a lovely picture to mark the last meeting of the Dunedin Rural Women. They've been going for 88 years, but like some organisation, there comes a time, and so these women have done their dash with that particular group. I was looking at the fresh pages today. I hadn't had my tea yet, and it made me a bit hungry, never mind. There was a fijoa date and ginger loaf. There was butterscotch apples with cinnamon, the crumble, lamb cutlets with the warm anchovy and caper dressing. There was a spinach gratin, cauliflower rice, and a quick potato roti. And then I saw a big article on healthy eating, and underneath it was one of those Ask a Chef's columns, and it was from the Dispensary Cafe, and it was a ginger crunch full of butter, golden syrup, and brown sugar, of course. So there we go. something for everything there.
Yes.
Now, intermittent fasting was also discussed on the pages. That's quite a trendy thing nowadays. In the news pages, there's a big story about concern about gangs now in Queenstown, tied up with the drug trade, and that's concerning a lot of people up there. George Street, what happens there, that's been discussed at some length by the council today, and a recommendation for a preliminary idea to go out to the public, deciding on that. And for the Otago Regional Council, the iwi representatives on one of their committees. Got a picture of them as they take on their new roles. Port Chalmers and the noise from the ships, giant mufflers being proposed as a possibility to sort of soften or change the noise somewhat. And from the Clutha River, the fatal jet boat crash in February, official advice is for owners to check their steering, to check on.
Right, well thank you Philip. All of that and more in tomorrow's ODT. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with our southern view, a discarded e-scooter having a rest in Dunedin. Looking at the situation, a weak southeasterly airflow brings showers to the region tomorrow, but clearing weather on Thursday as a ridge of high pressure moves over southern New Zealand. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect showers and 14 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are also due for rain and 14 degrees. In Canterbury, the wet weather continues down the east coast with 14 degrees in Kaikoura, rain and 12 degrees in Christchurch, and wet conditions also in Ashburton, expecting 11 degrees. Looking at the southern towns, light southeasterlies and a few showers, with the Catlins and Balclutha due for 8 degrees, while Lumsden and Gore are both expecting 7-degree highs. Travelling westward to the Central Lakes, plan for light winds and cloudy skies. Queenstown and Wanaka are due for a 7-degree high. Alexandra and Te Anau can expect 8 degrees. Looking to the northern towns, on the coast, Oamaru and Timaru are in for light northerlies, showers and 9-degree highs. Marama and Twizel are set for moderate northwesterlies, showers and 8 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, cloudy with an overnight low of 7 degrees. Cloudy again tomorrow, mostly dry but a few brief light showers are possible. It will be colder with moderate southwesterlies, looking at a high of 10 and a low of 7. Cloud breaking and some sunny periods developing on Thursday with moderate northeasterlies, aiming for a high of 13 and a low of 9. Heading to Invercargill, some light rain tonight with southeasterly winds developing and an overnight low of 5 degrees. Overcast with light showers tomorrow, but showers clearing late in the day. Colder with light easterly winds, a high of 9 and a low of 6. Mostly fine and sunny on Thursday with moderate northerlies developing, looking at a high of 13 degrees and a low of 7. That's all for our news this Tuesday. For the latest news, head online to odt.co.nz and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.